Morning guys, it's Saturday morning. Welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, thank you very much. I've had a few new subscribers on board lately, so thank you. If you're first time here and you've just found me, as I said, my name's Cara. I'm on a Mounjaro journey. I've been on Mounjaro now for 22 weeks. Yeah, this is my 22nd update. I've lost in total around 22 pounds, averaging about a pound a week, but I'll go into my figures at the end a bit later. I'm type 2 diabetic, so I am prescribed my Mounjaro, thankfully, so I don't have to purchase it. And I'm on 7.5 at the moment, so I've just had my 4th shot on 7.5. So today I'm gonna do a little bit of a shopping haul. Been to ALDI, end of month, payday, so a nice big shop. So I'll go through what I've got. I've got some bits and pieces of what I eat in the week, which I'll pop in a little bit later, so that will utilise the stuff that I'm buying, because I buy the same pretty much every week. I have realised I'm very samey. I don't buy much different, so my meals tend to be the same, so I might need to try and mix that up a little bit. And then I'll do, I said, a weight update and how my week's been after that. So hopefully not so long this week. But let's get this shopping haul done, because I know some of it will need to get put away quickly. Right, so first off, split pots. Like I said, they're just split yogurts. My son tends to have these, so I don't touch them. Too much sugar in it for me. A bag of frozen peas. Actually, let me pick this up so I can get it a bit better. Right, pack of battered fish. I like fish and chips still, so you know, on a Friday we'll have some fish and chips. So that's still doable on Mounjaro. I just don't tend to have too many. It's I might have a handful of chips, or I'll have salad with it instead. I'll just have pieces of fish. Okay, these ALDI yogurts are brilliant, the protein yogurts. They are a bit thick and a bit gloopy, so, you know, not to everyone's taste, but 25 grams of protein, so that's really good. So they're fantastic. Cucumber, this is all mixed up. I've got no idea what bag I put anything in. Brought a bag of their stir fry mix, which will be eaten in the week at some point. For the yogurt, I think I've got 6 of those. Right, pack of just their Lurpak butter rip-off. Burgers, we've got some 5% mince. I've got some cobs in the freezer, so again, quick meal in the week, sometimes with cobs, sometimes just with a bit of salad. Just mincemeat at the end of the day and another guys. Pack of bacon. I finally found some chicken sausages. I've been looking for chicken sausages for ages and I could never seem to find them. But these are ALDI ones, so they are garlic and herb. So yeah, and they're in little sections, so you can separate them, because there's only 2 of us, so we'll have 2 each, and then that other 2 will go in the freezer. But interesting to see what these are like. Like I said, I've been looking for chicken sausages and I can never seem to find them. Piece of steak. Again, that's enough for the 2 of us. So that'll be a midweek. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Okay. Tomorrow being Sunday, as in Sunday dinner. So I might do steak. And a massive bag of chicken. Chicken is stable at the end of the day. So I buy a 2k pack. It's about 12 quid, I think, if I remember rightly. And I'll cook off 3 or 4 in one go and cut them into pieces, and then I'll freeze the other 3 or 4, depending on how many's in here. 2, 4, 6, 8 it looks like. So, and then I'll freeze the other one, take them, defrost them in the middle of the week. And right, that's that for that bag. Right, 2 seconds. Okay, next bag. Oh. Right, okay, so again, with a couple more of these yogurts. I said I think I've got 6 altogether. Right, 2 seconds, well, I'm going to pause you while I put this away. Okay, Okay, that's giving me some more room. Okay, right, this one's mainly veg. Now, purple sprout and broccoli. We absolutely love this stuff. If you'll see it on my things I eat as well. This literally goes on every plate if I can help it. So I've got 2 packs of that. Pack of mushrooms. Oops, all the way around. Pack of chestnut mushrooms. Going to try and do a few omelettes I think this week. So mushrooms. Pack of peppers. Again, just go for the salad. I haven't brought any lettuce because I've got lettuce in the greenhouse. I need to start eating my own produce. So that's really handy. Nice cauliflower. But yeah, they were looking okay in there. So, and they've got them on the specials as well. So they were cheap or cheaper. So that's my collie. Pack of bananas for my son. I don't tend to have them that much. Treated myself to some strawberries. Again, don't tend to have strawberries at the moment because they tend to be a bit. We're nearly May, so hopefully they're a bit tastier. Again, pack of grapes. Again, I don't tend to have these too much just because they are high in sugar for me anyway. As I said, I am diabetic, so not normally for normal people, for non-diabetics. So I am careful with my sugars. I am increasing my carbs a little bit just because I've been keeping very low carb, but I am trying to keep them to complex carbs and not having the quick fix sugars. So tomatoes for salads. Some Greek yogurt. I have got the 0% this time. Sometimes I buy, it depends. I'm trying to up my calories a little bit, but I don't want to up them with fat. I want to up them with protein really. So I've gone for the 0% this time. And some blueberries to go in that for my breakfast as well. These blueberries are so expensive again at the moment. But it's getting into that season when they're getting better. Okay, some green beans. Again, just to go aside. With a couple of the yogurts. I think that's it now. I think that's my 6. 2, 4, 6, yes. Okay, 4 pints of milk. Always comes in handy. And a block of general cheddar cheese. So that's that bag. So just grab the next one. Okay, so started having a bit more cereal, and I'm just doing bran flakes because it's up in my fibre more so than anything. So if I can't be bothered to do a yogurt bowl, or I forgot to take fruit out, I'll have bran flakes. It's always handy to have those in as well. Got some thins. You know what? I saw them and I thought, oh, I'll get them. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm going to have them with, but they're there. They're in the cupboard. Okay, so some just general shopping, pack of Persil. They've got them in ALDI on special at the moment, so that'll come in handy. A couple of tins. So we've got a baked beans and sausage. I do tend to do a sort of a mini fry up at some point. So it's eggs, bacon, and a tin of beans and sausage. Again, nice quick evening, midweek snack meal. That's not too bad calorie wise. So chopped tomatoes and some kidney beans. So replenish those after I used them for the chili the other week. Some cotton pads, which I've been after for a while. Some ALDI softener for the washing. Couple of their seasonings. I said I buy packs of plain chicken breast, and then I can season up whatever I want at the end of the day. So I've got a harissa one and a Cajun. I think these are about 85p each. And the cost of things like the chicken skewers that everyone's buying at the moment, they're just marinated chicken, and that's pretty much what I do. It's just marinate the chicken and then serve it up the same. It's a bit cheaper doing it that way as well. Okay, so we've got a bottle of their Cola Max. Again, my son. Right, last bag. Okay, so we've got a standard pack of loo roll. I've got a loaf of their bread, which is their wholemeal seeded loaf. I think it works out about 109. I haven't got my glasses on, so I think it's 109 per slice. Yeah, 109 per slice. It's okay. I don't have a lot of bread. This will go in the freezer and I'll take it out slice by slice and normally just have toast. I don't have sandwiches in that sense. So this, I think I've got maybe 2 slices left of the old loaf that I had. So this will replace that. I got some flatbreads. I thought those would go. I've got a pack of mincemeat in the freezer. I thought I can spice that up and then do like a bit of Greek yogurt and some salad. So and have them as a flatbread. Again, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't give you the information on that one because that's too small. But I thought that would be something different. I've already got some wholemeal wraps that I didn't replace on this shop, but and I'll do salad wraps in the middle of the week just as a lunch. Right, what we got? Bog standard paracetamol and Brufen, because it's law, you have to get them when they're cheap. A couple of packs of Mega Puffs again for the boy. I call him the boy, he's 30 years old, but he likes them, so I saw them and I got them. Okay, dozen eggs, so 12 eggs. They're not cheap anymore either, are they? I said I need to sort of up my egg and try and have some omelettes, I think, this time. I've got one of their seasoning mixes. I brought some tacos when I passed Iceland the other day, so we popped in there. I bought some tacos, and I'm going to do the same with that sort of spicy mince, but in a taco. So I brought some extra seasoning. We do like a bit of spice, and I'm okay with spice on this Mounjaro. I know a lot of people can't eat it, but no, we're okay with spice, so weird. Okay, a couple of treat packs for the cats. A couple of packs of rice. This is a staple as well. I think I've got a few of these in the cupboard already, so this just adds to it. So this is just a normal whole grain microwavable one. And then I've also got this one, which was whole grain, wild and red rice. I thought something different. But again, we tend to have, I would say half a pack each, but I can't eat half a pack at the moment. So I most likely have about maybe a quarter to a third of a pack. Chicken breast and some broccoli. And that works really well. So what else? This is the other one that I've got to try. I brought some red lentil and beetroot pasta. Just out of curiosity, I mean, there's not much in these. I'm sure this is most likely only about 200 grams. It's definitely not the 500 that you get with the normal pasta. 250. And again, I can't read it. I should probably get my glasses and read you the calories on that one. Actually, I'm going to pause you. Okay, glasses on. Right. This is 80 grams per serving, and that's cooked grams, not dried, and 284 calories. I don't think that's much different from normal pasta, to be fair, but we'll see. So nutritional, this pack contains enough for 2 servings. Maybe that is dry. I'll have to have a look into it, but I'll feed back and see what it's like. Okay, and then finally we've got some spaghettas. It's just a top up. I've already got a couple of bags, so these are like the bacon potato size. And again, I'm trying to up my calories a little bit, and I'll go into it a little bit later, but I had a baked potato the other day with just some cheese and a bit of butter, so standard baked potato for my tea, and I felt so much better by having some extra carbs. I'm finding my sleep is really erratic, so I am trying to up my carbs a little bit. So, well, that's it. I'll go into that a bit later. And then last one, pack of beer again for the boy. I'm not drinking. I'm not against drinking. I'm just not drinking at the moment. I go on holiday in around 6 weeks, and I'm planning on cocktails for lunch, maybe even breakfast. But at the moment, on a day-to-day, I tend not to drink. Okay, so that's it for the shopping haul. This all came to just shy of £100. It was £99 something. But yeah, hopefully that's inspired somebody and just give you an idea of what Aldi have in at the moment. I said quite a bit of the fruit and veggies on offer. The berries were on offer. The cauliflower was on offer. They're all in the 69, 89p. So, right, I'm going to pop in some of the meals that I've had and done over last week, which will also utilise a little bit of this as well. And then I'll get back to you with my update for this week. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, quick go-to breakfast this morning, which is some frozen berries that defrosted overnight, 150 grams of the full fat Greek yogurt. I do switch between the two, but this one's full fat. And then 20 grams of nuts. So in total, I will put the calories up, but I think it's about 400. But I'll pop the calories up for each one anyway. So that's breakfast this morning. Okay, there you go. So half a tin of baked beans with sausage, 10 grams of cheese on top, and a slice of toast. And yes, I did butter the toast, so it will be counted. Right, lunch. Nice big healthy tuna salad, loads of lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, tin of tuna, small amount of gherkins, bit of beetroot, and half a tablespoon of mayo. Okay, so today's lunch is going to be salad wrap with a couple of bits of bacon in it. Might sound weird, but it's just what I fancied. And I'm also cooking tonight's tea, which will be meatballs, and I'm going to do a tomato bolognese type sauce, but I'll show you that once it's cooked. Okay, so 2 pieces of well cooked bacon even. Let's get it wrapped up. There we go, that should keep me going until tea time. This evening, chicken, just shy of 200 grams, 100 grams of potatoes, and some broccoli. And my son gets the same. Okay, so tonight's tea is going to be chicken, rice and broccoli. So we've got half a pack of just the whole grain, the microwave rice. The chicken is 150 grams of chicken breast, and then just some pan-fried broccoli. And I can't have anything without this stuff on it, so it's going to be about 20 grams of spicy meal. Goes on everything. Sorry, if you know me, you know me. Hello guys. Right, it's now Sunday, so that's another week done. It absolutely flies by now. I don't know about yous, but when I was on my earlier part of the journey, sort of up to week 6 or so, I was counting every day. It was almost like I was on a normal diet, because I don't know about the rest of you, but if I'm on a diet or have been on a diet, it consumes my every thought. Every single minute of the day, I'm considering how much I've eaten, what I can eat next. Like I said, it's food noise on steroids. It's not just the normal food noise. It's the guilt food noise that goes with being on a diet, and usually starving, if I were perfectly honest. And that's been, whether it's been Weight Watchers, whether it's been Slimming World, any of them. Slim Fast was most likely my worst. But this one, it's just been so different. Those first few weeks, it was a novelty, so therefore I was thinking about it. But what I wasn't doing was obsessing about the food. Any other diet, it'd last 3, maybe 4 weeks, and I'd just fall off the wagon because I was starving. It's as simple as that. I'd try to be good for so long, and then that'd be it. So you've seen my food haul. You've seen the few clips of meals that I've had over the last week or so. And as you can see, I don't eat anything magnificent. You know, my meals are not, I don't know, tailored. They're just general food. I try and stay away from ultra processed as much as I possibly can. It's not so easy. Bread's ultra processed, baked beans are ultra processed. You know, I try and cook from scratch as much as I possibly can. But, you know, to live in the real world, it's not always possible. I will say, though, that's chicken, rice and broccoli meal. I most likely eat that 3 times a week. I'm very much a creature of habit. Once I find something that I do like, I'll have regular times. The yoghurt bowl, it's most likely my favourite breakfast. If I forget to do that, or if I've not taken some fruit out, for instance, or I've just run out of yoghurt, then I'll just have some bran flakes, and then that will top up my fibre as well. The milk's got a decent amount of protein in. It's a good start. I'll most likely follow that up with a protein shake as well. And I usually have a protein shake, if not for lunch. It depends on where I am in the week as well. It may be that it's a late morning prior to lunch, or sometimes it's when I get back from the gym. So there's usually a protein shake in there at some point during the day. And yes, that's an ultra processed food. But like I said, we've got to live in the real world. We can't, you know, it would be lovely if we could get everything from whole food. And you can, theoretically, but with convenience and trying to live the rest of our lives as well, it's not always going to be possible. So don't beat yourself up that's, you know, that you are eating processed foods. But just stay away from the ones that we know are bad. You know, the pizzas, the fried food, the overly saturated foods. Where you can add in whole food. Like I said, when I did the shopping haul, I buy a big pack of chicken and I just cook it off myself. I cook 2 or 3 portions in one go, and that will last a couple of days. So I'm not having to do it every day. I've got cooked chicken in the fridge. So it's no different than buying a pre-packed piece of chicken that's all sliced up and you'll pay 10 times the price for it. So, yeah. But, like I said, it's not rocket science. It's balanced nutritional food. Plenty of protein. I am absolutely, as much as I possibly can, high protein. I have increased my carbs a little bit this week. I just found that I was possibly not lacking in carbs, but my sleep was being disrupted. And the couple of days that I did have a high carb meal, so like the jacket potato that I mentioned, I also had spaghetti with those meatballs that I was cooking, and I slept better. So I am trying to incorporate potatoes mainly because I do want to still get natural carbs as opposed to processed like pasta. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I just don't sleep very well. It's one of those things, unfortunately. I wish I slept better, but I just don't. Stress, work, all the above. It's it's one of those things, unfortunately. So if I can help that, I will. So yeah, that's pretty much my food for the week. And like I said, that spaghetti and meatballs I cooked. I did 12 meatballs, and I had 4 that evening. I was on my own for about 4 days while my son was away. So I had 4 meatballs and some spaghetti that night that I cooked it. I had the same the following night. My son came back, and he had a small portion of just the 2 meatballs. So that leftovers that you saw was the remaining 2 meatballs, which I had for lunch on day 3. So, it's batch cooking is really worth doing. Most of the time when I batch cook, I tend to, I think things like that, meat and a sauce, I'll cook twice the amount that I need and freeze 2 portions. So I've got something for the following week or the week after that I can just whip out the freezer. So basically my own ready meals. But that one, because I was on my own, it just got ate 3 days on the trot. So it was good and it was well balanced. So Don't sweat over the food. Try and eat clean. Clean puts into my chicken and broccoli phase, doesn't it? Just try and eat as least processed as you possibly can. And you know what's good and what's bad. We all do. We've all been to enough slimming clubs to know which foods we're supposed to eat and which ones we're not supposed to eat. So just be mindful of that. And when it does come to, I don't know, the takeaway or the pizza on a Friday night, just consider it. I'm not saying don't have it, but have 2 slices instead of half pizza, or in my case, most of the time would have been a full pizza. We used to order 1 each, and whatever was left, we've got it for breakfast the following day. So, I'm there. I've been there and done it. I think now I can only have the odd slice here or there. So things change. And like I said, now I'm on week 22, and it's just amazing, the change. Now it is normal. I don't think about the diet. I don't think about what I'm going to eat. It's just become a habit, and I just do it. It's just normal, which is just bonkers for me. Yes, the food noise creeps in occasionally, and I do get hungry near the end of the week. But I'm not shoveling packets of crisps down my neck and wanting chocolate and biscuits, which is where my real downfall was. My portion sizes were always too big, and I ate a load of junk. But now the meals are a good size. They fill me up, and I don't think about the junk. So it's working, and it continues to work. And on that note, I have weighed in today. So I weigh in on a Sunday. At the moment, I'm a bit discombobulated with both. I do my jab on a Wednesday at the moment. Used to be a Friday, but I moved it to the Wednesday for a medical procedure. So I take it on a Wednesday at the moment. So I will be moving that in the next couple of weeks, most likely to a Tuesday. And that's because when I go on holiday, I fly out on a Tuesday evening, Tuesday afternoon. So I'm going to take it Tuesday morning before I go. Then that way it's in my system. I'm sure I'll still manage a few cocktails, but hopefully it'll help a little bit, especially considering we're all inclusive. So so I'm going to move it to the Tuesday, and then when I come back from my holiday, I'm going to move it to the Sunday once I've settled back into my routine. So I'm going to move it to the Sunday. So then eventually I'll be doing weigh-in and jab day on the same day, which it just didn't work out that way. I think when I very first got my jab, I didn't want to wait till the Sunday. I just took it. But I've always done my weigh-ins on a Sunday because it's that Sunday morning, you're a bit more relaxed. You don't have to get up, run for work and that sort of thing. So I've always done it on a Sunday. So, right, having said that, I did weigh in this morning. Last week, I weighed in at 146.6, I want to say. I'll pop it on the screen. It might have been, I think it was 0.6. Which has slowed, yes, but it's still ticking down very slowly, but it's still going down. This morning, however, I weighed in at 143.7, and that's nearly 2.9 pounds. I don't think I've lost 3 pounds since the beginning of this journey, which is absolutely mind-boggling. But the last couple of weeks, I've virtually lost, and I think it was like 0.3, 0.4 of a pound. But at the beginning of the month, I dropped over £2. So I'm definitely a whoosh loser. I don't lose on a regular basis. I think my body definitely maybe holds on to a bit of water, and then every couple of weeks or so I get a £2-ish loss. So that's brilliant. So April for me has been fantastic. I think in total I'm coming close to £6 in the whole month. So that's got to be my best month ever. I did go up to the 7.5. I've had my 4th jab on that, so I'm going to take my 5th jab next week. So if you've got any guys out there want to know the 5th jab, how to take it, how I do it, why I do it, I'll be covering that next week. So just a heads up on next week's. But that's it for this week. I said it was mainly about food this week. So what I eat, what I sort of recommend. I mean, you know, we're all different. We all shop differently. We all shop in different places. We've all got different time to cook or not, as the case may be. But that's how I eat. So you've seen my shopping haul. You've seen roughly the sort of meals that I put together. And yeah, let me know if there's any topics that you want me to cover. If there's anything particular that you've seen in my journey that you want me to go over, maybe in a little bit more depth. But apart from that, it's now 10 o'clock. By the time I finish editing and getting this out for you guys, the sun is absolutely beautiful this morning. So I am going to spend the day in the garden, hopefully. I would say I'm a keen gardener, but I actually quite like being out there. But I've lost my mojo this year. I need to get out. So I've got plenty of things that I need to plant up and a ton of weeding to do. So even if I don't get to the gym this weekend, at least I would have done a little bit of a workout in the garden. So, right, on that note, I'm going to leave you to it. Have a fantastic week ahead of you. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. If it's working, it will continue to work. And I will see you this time next week. Okay, guys. Bye for now. Bye.